All right, and for this video, this will just be a really quick one. Just want to show you some highlights, different ways of adding highlights. It's usually the last part you do of your artwork, and it really makes it pop in just some areas. So it's a few different ways you can do it. Um, and a lot of watercolor artists don't actually use white. We do have white available, so you can try it out. It's lighter than like a tempera or acrylic, so it doesn't always work the best. But it will help to highlight the areas. There's a couple highlights in there. You can add some to the hair. Oops. I'm just adding this one here. It does lighten it. It does get a little muddy at times, so you have to make sure you have clean water and make sure you don't have other colors on your brush. But you do have the white paint. You have the white colored pencil. Which will also work. Doesn't make it super white, but it will lighten up the area. Give it nice highlights. Depending on the color you're doing it over, sometimes you have to push a little bit harder. And it doesn't show up too well on like light areas. So you do have that option as well. Another one, we don't have enough to give one to everyone, but like a white gel pen. This one's a Uniball Signal Broad, but any kind of like white gel pen would work. They work pretty well. They come out the lightest. So you can see how much lighter that one is than the previous paint mark. Usually does dry like a little bit lighter, but overall it stays kind of that consistency. This one does work over lighter areas. Should add a highlight in the nose. Highlight in the eye. So again, this is my personal favorite, the white gel pen, especially if I'm doing like Sharpie outlines and things like that, more illustrative or cartoony look. But again, after that, I think the white paint works fairly well, so you can add that, fine lines. And then finally, the colored pencil will lighten up areas, but not as well as the other two. So those are just a couple ways you can add highlights to your artwork. And again, that's usually the final step once you're completely done, making sure you get all those little highlights in there, like the nose, the eyes, the lips, those lightest parts where the light's hitting more, or it's reflecting off more. But yeah, those are highlights.